time was in March, and one man who didn't play that afternoon is the goalkeeper, Mark Fanning, but he's back, the number one, this afternoon. Fronting him in a full back line, forced into change with Owen Moore now selected to play at right corner back, and a debut in the other corner for James Breen. The Wexford half-back line shows the very promising Paddy Foley at centre half-back, having made his debut this time last year in the narrow loss to Cork. The chosen midfield pairing today consists of Jack O'Connor and Owen Conroy, although the latter played in the backs against Dublin. The half-forwards, there's a potential there in that half-forward line with Liam O'Mcgovern, Lee Chin returning and Podge Doran. And then in the inside line, some good news for Wexford with the news that Conor MacDonald has recovered from a knee ligament problem and he starts at number 14. To continue in as far as Joe Bergen, big strong man, hits it in there. Oof, hefty shoulder there by Jack O'Connor. And the Offaly player's gone down injured. Play continues. David King going back to get this on his own half-back line. Played forward here. Sean Ryan trying to control it, losing it. Lee Chin comes. The Offaly player, Sean Cleary, is back on his feet again. He was the one who received that hefty shoulder as Conor MacDonald fires in the first shot and puts this ball over the bar with 58 seconds gone. Very good start for Wexford.
Yeah, they'll be delighted with that start here. Conor MacDonald playing deep, not really playing on the edge of the square as we'd expect him. I know they're into the wind.
Uso went to try and play it inside towards Sean Ryan instead. They retain it here in a Shane Kinsella, another player from Kinnitty, and that's beautifully over the bar. Shane Kinsella's first point of the match, and Offaly lead here by 2 points to 1.
Yeah, very good score by Shane Kinsella. Beautiful sideline ball from Shane Dooley to Sean Ryan, who failed to catch. It was a perfect height to catch, and he'd have taken it into the wind, but it will be frustrating on the Offaly bench. They'll feel that should be further ahead.
And Sean Ryan is going to try and do that for them, and does so. Onto the puck out quickly, taps over his first point of the afternoon and makes it 5 points to 2. That's a little bit more like it. Bit of movement from the midfielder that time, coming on in support, took his score really, really well. Squad who've had operations recently for cruciates, so big losses all around, difficult for him. This puck out comes towards Lee Chin. What a brilliant take, brilliantly done by Chin. Nicely on here for Liam O'Mcgovern, racing forward. He's got great pace. Moody's after him. Change of direction, back inside here. Back outside again, it comes this time David Dunn. David Dunn swings around and eventually puts it over the bar. Took the pass from Paul Morris, got the point, good score.
Yeah, fantastic catch by Lee Chin. You know, that's why he's so important to them. That could go sky high, and got the pop off to Liam Og, who popped off to Paul Morris, who then the goal chance didn't occur.
A moment or two ago, playing it down, not with any great length, however. Into it quickly came Diarmuid O'Keefe, a very adaptable player who can play in many different positions. It's O'Keefe going through. Support player was Liam O'Mcgovern, but the referee blew his whistle, and it's a penalty. Paddy Rigney looks concerned. He was the player coming across here. It was a wonderful run by
Diarmuid O'Keefe. Yeah,
Diarmuid O'Keefe.
He's been switched to midfielder, and that's a good move as well, I think, because you know he would have played in the half-forward line before, and I don't think there was any real need for Paddy Rigney to come at this stage. I mean, the ball had been hand-passed at that stage, and he'd actually misplaced the hand-pass, so Ian Kelly won't be happy with that, and it's a massive chance now for Wexford if this could be tucked away, and Mark Fanning has made his way all the way up, who has a very long puck. Whether he has a very accurate puck, we'll know in a minute or two.
Well, he's done it before for them. Let's see if he can do it here in the championship. Mark Fanning from Glenbarntown. 23 minutes in. They need it. Oh, it's come off the post. It's come back out. They've missed the opportunity. My goodness. A dramatic moment, and Offaly come back, and the goalkeeper is still making his way back downfield. Well, that'll be well worth taking a look at in a moment again as Wexford come once more. Diarmuid O'Keefe, across the field it comes. Lee Chin trying to dodge away from Paddy Murphy's challenge. Gets it forward here as far as Paul Morris, and Morris near the sideline, hits it in, and the goalkeeper gets there, does well. Then he's fouled, and it's going to be a free out. Anthony.
Yeah, real drama. Mark Fanning convinced that the ball was in the net and came off the back stanchion post. He pleaded with the referee on his way back. That's why it took him so long to get back to goal. But I'm not sure. I'll have another look. No, I'm not sure. It's not that conclusive. We'll know maybe better from this angle. No, it was the back stanchion, I think.
I think I think you may well be right.
He was adamant, sure, and how an umpire doesn't pick up that, if it is, I don't know. But he was adamant, and I remember there was a bit of controversy.
I wonder, can we get another look at that if we have a moment?
Well, he's gone back down and complaining to the other umpires at the other end. Here we can see him at the other end of the field, and that's shocking.
Yeah, he's convinced, absolutely, you're right.
It was the absolute perfect penalty to hit the back stanchion post. You couldn't do it better unless you put it in off the post.
Here we go again.
Hard to tell, but I think the one we saw from in front would show that it did hit that back stanchion post, and that could be a massive moment in this game. That would have put them ahead, like on the 25th minute. Huge moment, but Conor McDonald has a chance anyway to narrow it again.
So it's still, as of now, 7 points to 5, and of course you can't change the decision. That's McDonald's free, and that one is very firmly over the bar. It's a 4th point for Conor McDonald. Here it is one last time. Let's see this penalty after 23 minutes, and nice and slowly. Yes, it hits the back stanchion, no doubt. That him and for them in a week's time. Right now it's the qualifiers, and it's a chance to get into the next stage, and Wexford come to try and eat into that 2-point lead with Liam McGovern, after 10 seconds, putting over his first point of the match and making the clearance, and a good one out of defence by Jack O'Connor. It's a huge one all the way down here. Problems for that defence, and eventually cleared in by Paul Morris. Paul Morris with his 3rd ever championship goal, and Wexford lead in this match for the first time since about the 3rd minute of the game. All the way in, not dealt with properly. McDonald stole it away from the corner back, and Morris finished it into the back of the net.
Yeah, Jared, just a massive clearance from Jack O'Connor.
But O'Keefe sweeping it off his left, again having a go and putting it over. That's a brilliant stroke, beautifully done. Another rallying moment there for this Wexford team. The wing back, we saw him in action earlier on, excellent leader of the attack, so good on frees. Takes 2 men out of the game over there, still manages to get enough on that. If that goes over, it'll be some point. What a score by McDonald. The 20-year-old playing in his 12th ever championship match has got a tent, 2 of them from open play. You'll hardly see a better one than that one. We'll have a look at it in a moment.
Yeah, you just have to ease back on them and play the wings, because they're having joy, as we see here now. Doran and those are showing really well for the ball.
Yeah, it's Podge Doran, beats the attempted block, and he's got another one. He's got 4. 3 excellent scores in the second half. One in the first where he might have got a goal, you might remember, put it over the bar instead, and now it's 118 to 11 points.
And the big guns stepping up today, Chin being back, a huge addition obviously.
Here's another one, and that'll send the fans home happy. 2 for Lee Chin, so now it's 121 to 13 points.
Yeah, and set up beautifully by McDonald as well there, and he has really, that's the best we've seen in 2 years from Conor McDonald today. He's really stepped up, and I'd say
they're still playing into the 5th minute now of added time here. Again in the quarter is Oisin Kelly, trying to make his way past 3 Wexford players, succeeding so far. He's got a very, very late, not really a consolation goal, but it counts anyway, and it'll be shown on the record books that he did score a championship goal here at Innovate Wexford Park. I don't know how he managed to get in here. I can tell you Liam Dunn and the coaching staff will be absolutely furious with that.